You are looking live inside the Ben Norton Gymnasium on the campus of Lakeview High School for this evening's presentation of 4A Region 1 District 5 basketball between the Lakeview Chiefs and the Big Spring Steers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chad Miller, and I'll be your voice of intense reasoning in this fantastic matchup we have on our hands between the Chiefs and the Steers, and what will determine potentially some playoff seeding, as this is the home finale of the regular season for the Chiefs. In fact, the last game of the regular season in general for Lakeview High School. They celebrate Senior Day here on the campus of Lakeview High School. We'll get into that just momentarily, but first, let's dive right into this matchup. First, for the visiting Steers, who entered this matchup just not having the best of seasons. 1-9 in district play to really cap off a 7-22 season as a whole. For the Steers, their only win in district play came against Snyder at home back on January 30th. In fact, that's their only win going all the way back until December 29th. So they've only won once since the calendar flipped over to 2026. Looking at the recent matchups, they had a couple of tight home matchups. Well, you mean tight to maybe a standard. It was in a 70-32 loss to Levelland on December 6th before getting mantled by Lubbock Estacado on February 13th, 61-29. Going back to that previous matchup against the Lakeview Chiefs, because of course, just like in most high school basketball districts, they play each other twice in a season. Last time out was back on January 22nd when they hosted the Chiefs and fell 6-7-33. Looking back on the other side of the bench to the hometown Chiefs, head coach Courtney John Blisky has a team set up for success. They currently sit third in District 7 play. Or excuse me, District 5 play, my apologies. With a 6-5 record in District play, actually the best amongst the top two cutout with Estacado and Liberty, and 23-12 overall. Last time out, they were on the road and taking on Friendship Memorial and Levelland and took care of business in both matchups, winning 61-55 and 76-63 respectively, being able to sweep those season series so far. Now, where the Chiefs have slid have been against really the top two teams in the district. Lubbock Estacado, of course, played each team twice. Lost Estacado on the road 77-61 and at home 77-67. And then Liberty just being able to handle them both times, 64-45 here in the Bend and 71-39 on the road. But we mentioned today is senior night for the Chiefs. And of course, that also entails just mentioning all those seniors. And by my count, we have 8 of them. A big senior class that's going to carry this team through the end of the season and the playoff run that is pending, assuming the result of tonight is expected to hold. Those seniors include number 1, Isaac Torres, number 2, Nick Leva, number 3, Brandon White, number 5, Xavier Roman, number 21, Trace Woods, number 22, Concho Johnson, number 23, Christian Esparza, and number 44, Keandre Giddings. Each were recognized at a ceremony prior to shoot-arounds. And of course, all with their families. And a couple of their stories really kind of got to me a little bit. Obviously, one of the players, and of course, now that I might have talked about him, I don't remember off the top of my head which one it was, but one of the players is looking to just really achieve a pass with his faith. Actually wanting to go on a mission, I'm assuming it is some other smaller country in the world. And honestly, that's a just a well-kept path. He actually came to a big applause from the Northside Pride here tonight. We did see a couple others though, of course. Somebody's going over to Angelo State University to pursue either the medical field or in mechanical engineering, 2 fields in which ASU is pretty solid, if I do say so myself. But just numerous stories, and of course we'll try to get through them as this game goes on. But we're about to take about 40 seconds where we will have starting lineups in the national anthem. So once we get those lineups, we'll come back. You are watching Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll be back after this.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
tonight's game. All of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer these young athletes, applaud them, but do not through any of your actions cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and school. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. At the conclusion of the ball game, only authorized personnel will be allowed on the game floor. Once again, at the conclusion of the game, only authorized personnel will be allowed on the game floor. We appreciate your cooperation. Now for tonight's District 5 4A men's basketball game between the Big Spring Steers and your Lakeview Chiefs. The starting lineup for the Steers is sophomore guard number 2, Aaron Garza. Junior center number 22, DJ Franks. Junior guard number 3, Toby Porter. Senior guard number 1, Jamarian Lewis. And guard number 0, Jacoby Lozano. The Steers are coached by Bobby Cash, assisted by Ryan Moss and Nick Marshall. Senior guard number 2, Nick Leyva. Senior guard number 5, Xavier Roman. Senior guard number 3, Brandon Black. Senior guard number 21, Trace Woods. And senior forward, number 44, Andre Williams. And head coach for the Chiefs is Courtney John Gillespie, is assisted by Mark Arnold.
Welcome back to Lakeview Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We have received our starting lineups, and they go as follows. For the Steers, will be number 0, Jacoby Lozano, number 1, Jamavian Lewis, number 2, Aaron Garza, number 3, Toby Porter, and number 22, DJ Franks. We're going to take a pause for the national anthem. So we just had our national anthem, and now we're going to meet the starting lineup for the Lakeview Chiefs, who are opting to go with a full senior lineup. You mentioned prior to the break that the Chiefs are graduating 8 seniors this year off their boys basketball team, and the lineup goes as follows. Number 2, Nick Leyva. Number 3, Braylon White. Number 5, Xavier Roman. Number 21, Trace Woods. Number 44, Keandre Giddings. We're about to get this show on the road. Looks to be Giddings and DJ Franks are going to be up to go for the tip here. And of course, you expect to see a lot of high-octane defense shown by the Chiefs. I envision it's going to be quick and clean and all the way around the best they can. The tip is ready to go. And we are underway with the Big Spring Steers. And it's going to be white ball. Unsure exactly, maybe an illegal tip. I'm not too sure. Nonetheless, it's going to be Lakeview ball to get this show on the road. We haven't even dropped the second yet. Braylon White will look to inbound this, and he gives it off to Leyva. Leyva working with his right hand, going to the top of the key. Trying to break through. It looks to be a bit of a zone look here shown by the Steers. White, pass across court to Roman. Roman back to White. White fakes to his left, now dribbles his right hand, taking the time as much as he can. Over to Leyva, back now down to Roman. Roman, we're going to try to work through this zone press, trying to get some penetration, unable to do so. Throws across court, unfortunately misses target, trying to find Trace Woods going inside the paint, but just overthrows the target. It will be a turnover. And we have to see our first points now, 27 seconds into the game. Lewis will bring the ball up court, get the inbound from Garza, and we actually see the Chiefs now utilize a bit of a zone themselves. Ball inside to Franks, and that's going to be blocked on the shot there by Keandre Giddings, and Franks trying to lose the ball, and he does so now. And ball fight on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball in possession for the Steers. Excellent defense shown there by Xavier Woods. Ball was kind of knocked off the leg of Nick Leyva, and Xavier Woods there to just fight for the ball. Inbound from Garza, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis back to Garza, splits it over left side to Lozano. Back to Garza, now trying to break this Lakeview 2-3 zone. Trying to pack that paint the best they can. Got a cutter flashing into the paint, unable to get it inside to him. Garza will pass it back to the top to Lozano, going to reset this offense. Lewis going inside, finds Garza. 2-point shot from Garza, no good off his back heel, and rebounded by White. Braylon White brings it up court. Excellent pass out of Nick Leyva. 2 ball up, no good off the right hand. Too strong off the rim, and it'll be rebounded by Lewis. Big Spring showing a lot of patience here in this contest thus far, as both sides often go with a zone look early on here. Maybe try to make them try to hit threes when they may not be able to do so. Lewis lost the ball as Xavier Roman actually is able to force it out, and he was last to touch it, so it will be inbounded for the Steers, wearing their all-black uniforms with an old gold and silver combo on the sides. Gold lettering, gold numbers with silver outline. 3 ball for Lozano is no good up the back rim, rebounded by Garza. Garza back to the top to Porter. Back to Garza, 3 ball for him now at the right hand, no good. Airballed over the way, and Giddings with the rebound. Gets it to Nick Leyva, and up come the Chiefs. Fast and furious they go. Woods with the ball, going inside along the baseline. Goes back, kicking inside to White. 2 shot up, no. But it'll be fouled on the shot, trying to go with his right hand. He is swatted down. Personal foul is going to be charged against Aaron Garza. That will be his first. That's going to send Braylon White to the free throw line. Braylon White, we mentioned, one of 8 seniors on this Chiefs team, as the Chiefs look to try to solidify their 3rd place finish in district play. Off the right hand is good, and finally, after almost 5 minutes of game time, we have recorded our first points, courtesy of a free throw from Braylon White. Spins off, shot is up, no good, rebounded by Porter. And actually, I'm going to correct myself. It's almost 4 minutes of game time. My apologies. Nonetheless, Porter with the rebound. He's going to bring the ball up court. And correction myself once again. That is Lozano bringing it up. Trying to flex on this play here. And let's be a bit of a higher zone. Maybe a bit of a 3-2 look now. And Trace Woods able to intercept that pass. Leyva over to Roman. Roman trying to work his way in the paint. Gets it back to Leyva. 3 ball for Leyva. Good! Nick Leyva, the senior. And back into this higher press look, go the Chiefs. And here you see Coach Chris trying to get him back. Coach Blisky, my apologies. Trying to get him back into that zone look once again, trying to make Big Spring shoot the basketball. We've seen a couple three-point attempts from them already, and they haven't really been able to make anything much of anything. Lewis swings it across court to Garza. Garza going back to Lozano. Back to Lewis. 2-ball up for him. It's no good at the back rim. Rebounded by Porter. Putback is no good, and that'll be rebounded by Roman. Nick Leyva will bring the ball up court. Excellent showing from the Chiefs defense. As Coach Blisky trying to run the same offense. Roman with the ball now. Gets it back up top to Giddings. Giddings skating the court. Needs a man to get it off to. The big man doesn't like to dribble too much. Leyva with it now back to White. White over to Woods. Woods. Pressure coming. He's able to get away from it. Pass over to Roman. Springs it back to White. White back to Leyva. Leyva back to Roman. Roman now pump fakes. Gets to the Woods. Woods back to Roman. 3-ball for Roman. That's no good at the front rim. Rebounded by Giddings. And he's hit on the rebound attempt by Franks. But excellent job by him to be able to get that ball back. High pressure shown by the Chiefs defense now. Opting into a bit of a full court press while dropping back to his own. Aaron Garza swings it back to Lozano. He's going to bring it back to Lewis and get it over to Porter. Porter back to Lewis. 3-ball deep from Lewis. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Braylon White. And Trace Wood's going to kick it off his foot. And it'll be stolen by Jacoby Lozano. Lozano works his way into the paint. Pump fakes left to put the shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Steers. Put back miss, no good for Lewis. The second shot missed by, actually blocked by Leyva. And Franks gets the rebound. Garza is trying to reset this whole offense. Porter 3-ball, and that's drained from the corner. So a big series of events there. You see Coach Blisky not happy with his defensive effort on that drive. And now we see the Chiefs look to try to extend that lead. 2-point shot from Woods is no good. Giddings with the rebound, and he actually lost the ball coming down with it. It'll be stolen by Lozano. And here we go, high pressure defense shown by the Chiefs. Lozano back with the ball. And he'll swing it out to Lewis. Lewis to Porter. Porter inside to Franks. 2-ball for Franks. No good. Rebounded by White. Just a bit too strong for Franks. White. Oh, Franks almost actually had it. 3-ball for Woods. No good at the front rim. Rebounded by Lozano. Lozano bringing it up court. Working against Roman. Lozano gets it inside of Franks at the free throw line. Now back to Porter. 3-ball for him is good. And the Steers have their first lead of the game. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and what's been a highly slow, patient defensive effort shown by both sides. Woods pass almost intercepted. He gets it down to Giddings. 2-ball up for him is good. Excellent pass shown by Xavier Roman. And the Chiefs have tied this one up. Lozano brings the ball up court. Swings it left to Garza. Garza back to the top to Lozano. Lozano over to Lewis. Lewis to Porter. Back inside of Lozano. 2-ball from Lozano is no good. Rebounded by Giddings. Excellent pass by him to get it to Woods. Woods, fast break opportunity. 3-2 situation. Woods lost the ball. White's there to save it. Swings back top. Pass to the top to Giddings. He will hand over to Leyva. And they're going to reset this offense all over again. Nick Leyva. Swings left to Roman. Roman pump fakes, goes right back to Leyva. The Chiefs offense trying to get set here, facing off the Steer zone defense. White goes right back to Woods. Pass inside of Roman. That's going to be a foul. There we go. The Northside Pride wanted something there. They finally got it that time. Xavier Roman takes a bigger hit there, courtesy of Aaron Garza, who picks up a second personal foul. He's actually going to sub out now, as the Chiefs will also make a few subs of their own. First for Big Spring, Valenzuela number 4 checks in. And for the Chiefs, we see Isaac Torres, Concho Johnson, and somebody else. I thought it was 3. Fortunately, actually only made 4 subs. As Leyva was able to get the ball, Isaac Torres able to save it from the backcourt violation. Torres now with the ball. And there it is. Christian Esparza, the last man in. Esparza now with the ball. Swings left to White. White trying to find a way to get inside there. He gets to the Concho Johnson. 3 ball for him. No good at the back rim. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Christian Esparza, he's going to lose the ball, and unfortunately he was last to touch it. So it will be Big Spring basketball. 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And now we have a technical foul issued to, I believe, number 0. Yes, indeed it is. So it's a technical foul against Big Spring. So refs did not like what he had to say. So we're going to see a Chief at the free throw line with a couple free throws. And the Chiefs look at the ball in this last 26 seconds. Coach Blitzky has chosen Braylon White to take these free throws. Again, one of 8 seniors on this team. Braylon White takes a deep breath, spins off that right hand, and he's going to miss it short. Bounce off that front rim and took a couple extra bounces. Second shot up for White is good, so the Chiefs have regained the lead, and they will now possess the basketball with 26 seconds to go in the game's first quarter. And like I said, what's been a slow, patient defensive matchup thus far. A lot of zone defense really drawing out possessions here. Esparza takes the inbound pass, gets it right back to Leyva, who's going to get it to White. White go to Leyva, and they'll spring it across court to Esparza. Back to Isaac Torres, who goes all the way across to Nick Leyva. Leyva showing up the wide receiver skills, gets it to Braylon White, back to Esparza. White with 7 seconds to go, need to get a shot off. 5, 4, 3, deep shot for Esparza, no good short. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. We're going to step aside. You are watching Lakeview Chiefs basketball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll be back after this.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $30,844 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Welcome back to Lakeview Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. It is only 7-6 ball game, believe it or not, folks, and that's mainly just because of the drawn-out zone defense each team has shown through the first quarter of this contest, with the Chiefs leading by a matter of 1 point over the Steers. So it will be Chiefs basketball to start this one off with a fresh 8 on the clock. Nick Leyva will inbound this ball, one of 8 seniors on this Chiefs ball club. And he'll get into another senior, Christian Esparza. He'll swing right to Leyva. As you see this like zone look here, showing now over to Esparza, gets it inside to Johnson. Johnson back to Leyva. Leyva taking his time, gets it over to Esparza, back over to Torres. And Torres lost the ball and maintains possession now. And Esparza will close in and get it right back to Torres. Torres trying to make something happen. Gets it to Esparza, who pump fakes, and gets it to Torres for a 3 ball. That's no good at the back of the rim. Rebounded by Christian Esparza. Torres will go inside of the paint. 2 ball up is no good at the back rim. And it'll be rebounded by Valenzuela. It will have a foul on the floor, and it will be going against Concho Johnson. That's his first. That'll be the team's first for the quarter. Now here's a full court look here for the Chiefs, as Bixby's able to inbound it and save it for the 5-second violation. As Lewis will bring it up court, gets it over to Lozano. Lozano left side to Valenzuela. Valenzuela pump fakes, gets it right back to Lozano. Lozano back to Valenzuela. Valenzuela looks inside to Franks. Franks puts it up, 2 ball, no good. Rebounded by Esparza. Esparza works his way up court and gets it right back to Torres, and Chiefs are trying to run their offense. Going to the right to Braylon White. Almost lost the ball, able to retain it. White over the left side, right side to Leyva. Leyva works his way inside and spins around the rim and no good. Rebounded by Porter, and the Chiefs full court press defense here. Lewis works his way up court, swings it across court to Lozano. Lozano, pump face goes inside, off the back rim, no good. Tip and layup missed by Franks, and his last touch, they will say, by the Chiefs. In fact, it might actually be Concho Johnson last touched it, and it will be Big Spring basketball. 6:27 to go here in the first half. And what's been a defensive battle here between the Chiefs and the Steers. Pass right side, three ball for Valenzuela is good. All three of Big Spring shots have come off that far side corner three. And they now lead by 2. As Esparza makes an errant pass, he's gonna lose it to Valenzuela. 2-point shot up is no good, it's blocked. Isaac Torres going the other way, working his way inside. Pump fakes, lost the ball, and it will be Steers basketball as Torres came off his foot. So once the Chiefs finally got to break their way, unfortunately it goes against them. 5:59 to go here in the first half. Lozano springs the right side to Valenzuela. Valenzuela working his way across the way, now right back to Lozano. Lozano dribble to his right, he'll swing it over to Lewis. He'll put up a 3-ball, and that's good. Big Spring have put up 4 threes. They made all 3 of them. Or excuse me, 4 of them, my apologies. They're 4 for 4 at the 3-point line, and they now lead by 5. Leyva swings right to White. White goes right back to Leyva. Leyva pump fake slams, goes across court to Torres. Torres puts up a 2-shot, and he's going to be fouled. And to the line he goes. If my guess is to be right, yes, it'll be DJ Franks charged with the foul. That's going to be his first. And that's going to put the Chiefs, Isaac Torres, at the free throw line. First shot for Torres is up and good. Torres takes a deep breath, spins off his right hand. That's no good. Rebounded by Big Spring, specifically Valenzuela. He's bringing the ball up court. 2-on-4, and another 3-ball for the Steers. No good. Almost winning that time. Lozano missed the shot. Rebounded by Concho Johnson. Now we see Isaac Torres with the basketball. 2-ball up, no good. Rebounded by Esparza, and he's going to turn the ball right over. So some sloppy offense shown by the Chiefs thus far. And that's kind of really the catalyst of this 4-point deficit they now face. 2-ball up is missed, actually blocked by Nick Leyva, rebounded by Porter. And just more rough-looking basketball shown here by both sides. 2-ball up by Valenzuela, trying to spin her off the backhand, and unable to do so. Isaac Torres works his way inside, missed that first shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Lozano. And now we're going to have a timeout on the floor, called by Big Spring. And while they do that, folks, we want to remind you, while you should check out First Community, the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinance autos and a variety of payment options that can help make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfc.org. Give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. So we're going to remain here as it looks like the Chiefs have made numerous subs, and quite frankly, you know, you gave your seniors a chance to thrive, and now it looks like Coach Bliss is going to go right to most of his starting 5. That what's been majority of the season. As now on the floor, Xavier Castro, Luke Barron, Andrew Young, the stellar freshman, and Chris Alviso. Big Spring now trying to counter this Lakeview press. Andrew Young on some pretty hardcore defense there. Going over to Lewis. Lewis goes right side to Lozano. Back over to Lewis. Lewis back to Lozano. Lozano going across court, finds Valenzuela, gets it down to Franks. 2-ball up for Franks is good. And for the first, that's actually the first points that didn't come from the 3-ball for the Steers today. 14-8 lead for Big Spring. Alviso with possession. Working his way, trying to find a vision, then the quarterback slings it to the right side. And eventually the ball ends up in the hands of Barron. Two ball for Barron is good. Didn't look like the best shot immediately, but obviously Northside Pride happy it goes in as Evanston now cuts a 4. As Andrew Young almost stripped the ball away from DJ Franks, and Franks now goes out. It's blocked by Young. Ooh! The Northside Pride did not like that call, and they're letting the refs hear it. Andrew Young charged with the foul. That's gonna be his first. And the Northside Pride behind us are not big fans of that call. And that's gonna put DJ Franks on the free throw line. First shot from Franks is good. Franks, easily the biggest guy on the court here for both sides. The name does sound familiar, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was on the football team earlier this year. Second shot, no good. And the initial rebound is stolen away, and it's now right back to the Chiefs. My goodness, what's been a bit of a time here, bit of a time. Luke Barron, the sophomore, brings it up court, swings it over to Xavier Roman. Roman, pump fakes right, looking for a man, gets it over to Castro. Castro goes right back to him. To Roman, back to Castro, to Avizo, swings it all the way around. Gets it right back to Castro, 3-ball, good! Xavier Castro, the sophomore. Lozano working to his right, pressure on his face. Gets it over to Lewis, who gets it back to Franks. Now Valenzuela. Valenzuela going right back to Lewis. Lewis crossover, goes to his right hand. Gets it back to the top to Lozano. Over to Porter, back down to Franks. 2-ball up for him is no good, too strong. Tip and land goes right back to him, and the putback is good. The Steers catching the Chiefs out of rotation. As Andrew Young's gonna work his way inside, kicks it back, 3-ball for Roman. No good, rebounded by Porter. Lewis brings it up court. 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. Franks over to Lozano. Lozano back to Lewis. Lewis trying to swing it out left. He does to Lozano. Lozano back to Porter, all the way back to the top to Lewis. Lewis working his way in the paint. 2-step drop, and ooh! Andrew Young doesn't like that call whatsoever. He definitely got all ball, but the refs see it differently. And actually, yeah, Young is charged with the foul. That's gonna be his second. Northside Pride not liking that whatsoever. As the first shot is no good for Lewis. Lewis takes a deep breath, spins off that right side, and that's a lane violation, and that's going to be no good. So that's one of those ball don't lie moments as the Steers couldn't get any points out of those free throw attempts. And now the Chiefs trailing by 4, under 2 to go in the first half. Alvizo swings it to Roman. Roman over, back to Alvizo. Over to Castro. Castro, 3-ball. No good up the back rim, rebounded by Porter. And the Steers are going back to business. Lozano taking his time, working his way up the court, gets it out to Lewis. Gets it inside to Franks, 3-ball for Porter. That's no good up the back rim, rebounded. It was rebounded by Valenzuela, knocked out of his hands by Andrew Young, and Andrew Young steps out of bounds trying to save it, getting the ball back to his teammates. So 1:24 to go here in the first half. Chiefs trail by 4. Valenzuela gets it inside to Lozano. Lozano working against Castro, over to Lewis. Lewis swings it back to Lozano. Lozano back to Valenzuela. Valenzuela working his way inside against Andrew Young. 2-ball up is good. Alvizo inbounds to Barron, and out comes the Chiefs. Now trailing by as much as 6. The biggest deficit of the night. Andrew Young with the ball, steps into it, lost it, and it's going to be off his foot, and it'll be Big Spring basketball. The Steers taking up all the momentum in this contest thus far. Lozano inbounds it to Porter and gets it right back to Lozano. Lozano working against Barron. Barron, hard defender here. As Adrian Young almost tipped it away from DJ Franks, and Franks with the slam! As Castro with the ball, he puts up a 3-ball, and that's counter with a 3! So DJ Franks puts a slam down, but the Steelers couldn't get back on defense. Castro slows the ball. Gets it right back to him. He puts up another 3. No good. Rebounded by the Steelers. And the Chiefs, as DJ Franks lost the ball, stolen by Castro, and stolen right back by the Steelers. Lozano going inside, trying to get the Porter, going back to the paint. Valenzuela working his way inside. Excuse me, that's Lozano. Lewis now, 3-ball up, 2-ball, excuse me, that's good. 5 seconds of counting. They need to make something happen. Castro puts up the ball, and that's no good. So the Chiefs find themselves trailing by 7 points at the half. And what's been a slow-paced game here. A slower-paced defensive slugfest. And the Chiefs once again find themselves trailing 23-16. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll recap the first half and get the second one underway. You are watching Lakeview Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Hey, look, Dwayne tries his best, okay?
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $30,844 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa. First Community.
He does this volleyball now because we have breaking everybody.
If I work at Central or Lakeview football game, he'll like me breaks and just shut up, dude.
That's him.
It's not professional.
He does that, and then he's very big on the number blank in your program, number 1, your heart. He loves that. He loves that too.
All I can hear him say is the Bug Express, right?
Oh yeah, I love that all too much. Welcome back to Lakeview Chiefs basketball. We're about to get started here in the second half on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. As you see it by your scorebook there, 23-16, the Big Spring Steers lead the Chiefs in what's been a very slow, methodical, defensive type of game where the Chiefs aren't able to take advantage and make sloppy mistakes. And one of those things that head coach Blisky really doesn't like from his program. As the Big Spring Steers get the ball to start off, Porter had a two-point shot, a little alley-oop little opportunity. As another shot from Valenzuela, no good. And it's going to remain here with the Steers. Steers just wasting time as much as possible as they can. The Chiefs have third place pretty solidified in district play, but obviously they want to be able to come off a win to start playoffs. As Lewis puts that shot, it will be no good. Rebounded by Alviso, and Alviso will bring it up court. Alviso with his right hand. Chiefs have to play some strong defense, make things happen offensively. What's been a very heavy zone type of presence here from Big Spring. Alviso swings it right side of Roman. Roman over to Andrew Young, who has 2 fouls already tonight. Young swings it to Castro. Castro puts up a three, and that's no good at the back rim. Rebounded by DJ Franks, who is easily the biggest guy on this court. And a little bit of a back and forth matchup there as Jacoby Lozano now works his way up court. A little bit of a Euro step shot and no good. Rebounded by Turner. And Turner is going to get fouled once again by Andrew Young, and that's going to be his third foul of the night. Northside Pride not a big fan of the calls. Obviously, maybe they're calling for a bit of a travel type of situation, but, you know, fast-moving game. It happens the way it happens. First shot from Franks, no good. Or, excuse me, is good. My apologies. We're going to see some subs come on as Keandre Giddings is going to take the spot of Young. Young will probably sit the bench for a majority of this third quarter. As, of course, you want to be careful when he has 2 fouls to play with. Franks, like I said, one of the tallest players on this court. And he'll sink the second free throw as Giddings gets the ball up court over to Barron. Barron works his way inside, almost lost the ball. He's going to eventually get it, and he'll pass up top to Giddings. Excellent job there to be able to save that basketball. Alviso now, 2-ball up is good. They left him alone, and he just took it and shoved. I mean, why not? Now the deficit trimmed down to 7. Pass right side of Braylon White over to Toby Porter and then Jacoby Lozano. And now we see Valenzuela with the ball, going inside the paint, kick it out to Porter. Porter works the way inside the pump fake. He's going to lose that basketball, and he's last to touch it. So it'll be Chiefs ball. 6:21 here to go in the third quarter. Chiefs trying to come back from a 7-point deficit. They've been able to have the shots up. They just aren't making the correct passes to be able to make them happen. Nonetheless, you still got to play the game. Plenty of time to make things happen. Barron swings left to Castro, the sophomore who's hit multitude of threes for the Chiefs today. Gets it to Alviso. Alviso pump face, goes back to the top. Goes swinging back around to Castro. Castro back up top to Barron. Barron now going to swing right to Castro. Gets it back to Alviso. Just a slow offense, methodical going here. Gets it to Giddings. Giddings cross court, and he's going to lose the ball to Roman. 2-ball up is good for Jacoby Lozano. An errant pass by Keandre Giddings. Forced a turnover, and now the deficit climbs back to 9. Alviso swings right side to Roman. He gets it back to Alviso. Go across the court, and no one's there. And another turnover for the Chiefs. Big Spring almost lost that 5 seconds. Able to save that pass with Porter. And now go back to Lozano. Full court press here shown by the Chiefs as Lewis gets it to Turner. Turner kicks it out to Porter. Porter works away inside. 2-ball up is good. The first double-digit lead of the game now belongs to the Steers with 11. Alviso tries to work his way inside. Gets it, 3-ball for Roman. That's good! The senior cuts the lead back down to 8. As Lewis works his way up, gets it over to Porter. Porter works away, gets Alviso. Spin move in, and that shot's good. So the Chiefs struggling to navigate this zone defense, now down by 10. As Alviso with the ball. This goes across court, and a 3-ball for Barron. That's good! Here's how you beat the zone. Shoot them out of it. Force them to go to man and have to play your way that way. And that turnover is stolen by Barron. 2-ball for him is no good. He gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out. 3-ball for Castro. That's no good. The back rim. Rebounded by Barron. Barron back to Alviso. Reset the offense. Pump fake right, Barron. He's going to put up a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Porter. And Porter to the Franks. Franks lost the ball. Stolen by Giddings. Excellent job shown by the Chiefs defense. Alviso trying to utilize some court vision. Coach Blitzky's telling him to rotate, move around. Roman with the ball now, top of the key. Gets it over to Castro. Castro go to his right, gives it off to Barron. Barron back to Roman. Roman back to Alviso. Alviso swings left. And a 3-ball opportunity, he'll give it up to let Roman take one instead, and that's good! 3 of the last 4 3-pointers made by the Chiefs, and the lead's been quickly cut down to 7 points. And here goes Lozano. He finally lost the ball at the end there. It will be Chiefs basketball, and we will see subs check in and out for both sides. But an excellent job there by the Chiefs, finally shooting out of their zone. And we're going to have a timeout by Big Spring. We're going to take one with them. You're watching Lakeview Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Welcome back to Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Chiefs trail by 4 to Big Spring. But of course, this deficit is as big as 11 at one point. The Chiefs were able to hit 3 straight threes to cut this deficit down as Alviso brings the ball up court. Numerous sub changes by the Chiefs here as Nick Leyva and Braylon White check back in along with Trace Woods. And Woods with the basketball, swings it back to White. 3 ball for him. That's no good at the back rim. Rebounded by Valenzuela. And he'll swing it across court to Aaron Garza. Garza goes back top to Lozano. Lozano over to his right side to Valenzuela, back to Lozano. Over to Garza. Back to Porter inside to Franks. That's blocked by Giddings. Porter gets the rebound though, and that shot's no good. Rebounded by Trace Woods. Bringing up the court he goes. 2-on-3 situation. Up he goes. That shot's gonna roll. The finger roll makes it a 2-point deficit. Lozano now gets it over to Garza, right back to Cinder. Goes over the middle to Franks. Franks in trouble, lost the ball, stolen by Alviso. Gets it to Nick Leyva. Leyva with a spin move. He puts it up, and that's good! The Chiefs have tied the ball game. Coach Blisky hurrying everybody back up, keeping with the full court press. The Steers are struggling against it, and the Chiefs recognize it. Blood is in the water for Lakeview. And a 10-second backcourt violation. The Chiefs have turned the tables. Heavy pressure showing, blood remains in the water. The Chiefs are taking advantage of the Big Spring mistakes. Alviso inbounds it to White, right back to Alviso, sets up a corner 3 opportunity, he won't take it. White now gets it right back to Alviso, he'll take the corner 3, and that's no good at the back rim, rebounded by Franks. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. The Chiefs have come back from the depths. As Franks has the ball, he lost the ball to Alviso. Alviso brings it up court. Aggressive defense shown by the Chiefs. 3 ball for Trace Woods, that's no good. Rebounded by Rios. As Lewis now brings it up court, we are approaching a minute to go. Garza gets it to Lewis. And a full timeout called by Big Spring. They feel the pressure, they're trying to avoid it. And we'll take one with them. You're watching Chiefs basketball at Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $30,844 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community.
Welcome back to Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Chiefs have tied this one up, trailing by as much as 11 points in this contest. As we're now under a minute to go, 42 seconds and counting. And that ball's going to stay here with the Steers as Trace Woods deflected the pass, trying to intercept it. 40.6 seconds to go. 31 all. As we see a large pass inside to Lozano. Lozano kicks it back out to Rios, who gets it right back to Lozano. Lozano trying to needs some help here, and it's going to finally get it with a 2-ball up for Garza. That's going to be rebounded by Franks, who puts up a shot of his own off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Giddings, gets it up to Trace Woods, and Woods brings it up court. 20 seconds and counting. Over to White, gets it back to Woods, 3-ball, no! Rebounded by Leyva, Tippins miss off the rim, and that's going to be a turnover, ball's ever in possession of Big Spring. Jacoby Lozano just lost him and trying to collect the rebound. So the ball will stay here with the Chiefs. 9.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter in a tie contest. Trace Woods looks to inbound it. Gets it to top to Alviso. Alviso swings it to Giddings. Giddings gets it inside of White. That pass is deflected. Gets it to top. A two, maybe. No, 3-ball for Alviso. Good! Chris Alviso, when the buzzer sounds, gives their Chiefs the first lead since the first quarter. What a thrill. You don't think you have anything happening. Keandre Giddings just spinning off his feet, and finally finds Alviso. Alviso puts up an NBA range 3, and he drains it to get the Chiefs the lead. And we go to the fourth quarter with the Lakeview Chiefs up 34-31. You're watching Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Welcome back to Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Well, the great thing about this, folks, Chris Alviso made the three when the buzzer sounded, but with the possession arrow, they will start the ball in the fourth quarter. So another chance to add more points to their lead. Trace Woods in the corner, kicks it back to Alviso. Alviso swings right to Leyva. Leyva back to Woods. Woods dribbling and going. Alviso at the top where he hit his three at the end of the third quarter. Gets it back to Giddings. He puts up a shot. That's no good at the back rim. Rebounded by Leyva. And Leyva gets it back to Woods, back to Alviso. He pump fakes the three. He takes a step back. He'll take it this time. And that's short, but the tipping layup missed by Braylon White. The rebound by Leyva, and a late foul called as Leyva will get charged with the loose ball foul. Northside Pride, not a big fan of that call, and honestly not a big fan of many of the calls, or maybe lack thereof, shown by the Zebra Stripes today. But nonetheless, the game goes on. Lozano with the ball, he'll take a 3-ball, and that's no good at the front rim. Rebounded by Giddings, who lost the ball, stolen by Porter. Gets it back to Lozano, who puts up a 2, and that's good. 34-33, a 1-point lead now for Lakeview. Pass left side to White, over to Alviso. Alviso working his way inside, puts a 2 up, and that's good! Nobody was gonna stop the quarterback to drain that one. And then the lead is back out to 3. Garza gets over to Lozano. Lozano looking for a pass. Can he find one? He does. To Lewis. Left side to Porter, back to Lewis. Gets it back to the top to Rios. He gets it back to Lozano. Just a lot of passing, deliberate passing here. Trying to find a gap here. Rios with the ball. He lost the ball, and it's going to be stolen by the Chiefs, but stolen right back by Porter. And there's going to be a foul on the shot. The Chiefs faithful, not a big fan of that one either. I think it's more just the timing. I definitely see the contact shown there, but I think it's more just the timing of the foul called pretty much way after the shot's put up. But I mean, obviously, it is what it is. Obviously, time marches on. The first shot from Porter is missed in and out of the rim. And we see Andrew Young return. A key thing to keep in mind, folks, the freshman has 3 fouls. 2 more means he's done. But Keandre Giddings, a senior, on senior night. You got to give an applause to him. Kid worked his tail off in this contest. Alviso gets to the Young, and quick out the court go the Chiefs. Trace White with the ball, back to Braylon White. Trace Woods, gets the ball right back to him. Kicks it inside Alviso, and this pass too strong. Stolen by the Steers. And now we see Lewis, and he's going to push that out of bounds. And the Chiefs have possession, up by 2. Braylon White inbounds it to Chris Alviso. That wide receiver quarterback connection there, shown many times on the football field, trying to show it off here on the basketball court. What a great pass there by Leyva, though. Finds White, he puts the 2 in. The Steelers working a little bit fast, maybe a little bit too fast for their comfort. A 2-ball for Rios, that's off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Lozano, kicks it back to Porter. And he got to the Lewis, he's trying to look for a shot, he's gonna work his way inside. He puts it up, that's no good. He will get his own rebound. And you'll see a 3-ball here for Lozano, and that's no good. Rebounded by Andrew Young. Young goes to his right to Leyva, puts up the J, and that's no good. A little bit of an alley-oop action, a little too far for the freshman. Lewis works his way inside, a bit of a travel potentially, nonetheless. 3-ball for number 0, and that's no good by Lozano. Andrew Young, here we go once again. Alviso gives it to Young, puts it in on the reverse. Now a 6-point lead for the Chiefs. You slowly but surely see Lakeview pull away in this game. 4:40 to go here in the ballgame. Rios lost possession, but gets it right back, puts up a shot, and that's no good. Rebounded by Leyva. Leyva gives it over to White. White working his way inside, kicks it back out to Woods. He hesitates, pump fakes, works his way inside, and there it is. The Chiefs fans are going to be happy about that one. Trace Woods gets fouled, and he's going to find himself at the free throw line. Personal foul called against number 23. That's me against Rios. That's his first. We also, of course, want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Postal Annex, who, of course, sponsor our instant replay. As the first shot is good. Alpha Paving 3-pointer. Of course, First Community Federal Credit Union. We appreciate their partnership. We also want to let you know why they're the local #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, and refinance autos and a variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online on 1cfc.org. Give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. Both free throws were converted there by Woods. And we're going to see more defensive struggle here shown. Alviso a little crossed up, allowing a hole for Lewis to get a pass in. And Lewis actually almost lost the ball. And that's going to be Chiefs basketball. A bit back and forth defensively shown. And the Chiefs will get possession. And we're going to see Valenzuela check back in for Lewis. Needing a breather, I would imagine. A lot of high-octane defense shown off here by the Chiefs. Alviso kicks left to Young. Kicks it right over to White. White, step back, goes over to Alviso, gets it over to Leyva. 3-ball for him. That's no good. And a bit of a back and forth. And I believe it's going to result in a loose ball foul. No, it'll just be Chiefs basketball. 3:57 to go here in the ball game. Inbound to Andrew Young. Trace Woods a little bit too short on that one. It'll be stolen by the Steers. Lozano dribbling up court. Goes right to Garza. Back to Lozano. Over back to Garza. Garza back to Lozano. Lozano goes inside of Porter. He'll turn around and put up a shot. And that's no good. Rebounded by White. And he'll give it over to Leyva. Leyva brings it up court, leading the Chiefs offense. 3:25 to go and counting in this ball game. A long pass over to Woods. He'll put up a 3. That's good. Corner 3 for Trace Woods. And that's a Alpha Paving 3-pointer for the senior. As Lozano will get through with some seconds to spare. Now we're under 3 minutes to go. The Chiefs up by 11. A long pass all the way across results in an intercepted ball by White. He puts it inside and unfortunately lost it. Actually tipped out of his hand, so he'll stay here with the Chiefs. It looks like White was trying to set up Andrew Young for an alley-oop shot and unfortunately just did not get it. As you're going to see, it looks to be the Trace Woods will be looking to inbound this ball. And here we go, a bunch of rotation. Eventually gets out to Chris Alviso. Alviso goes right to Leyva, Leyva to White, White to Leyva, Leyva to Alviso, Alviso to Young, Young to Woods. Just trying to get everybody's name in there. Trace Woods now dribbled the ball, gives it over to Andrew Young. Andrew Young surveying the floor, gets it to Woods, and just letting this clock milk it as much as they can. Andrew Young, dribble drive, goes to his right, finds Alviso. Alviso swings it back over to Young. Young, a bit of a behind-the-back crossover step. He's going to lose the possession. It'll be stolen by Valenzuela. Valenzuela working his way up court. 2-ball up off the back rim, and that's going to be good. Now the lead trimmed down to 9. As Alviso gets a pass off, gets it to Young. Young over to Trace Woods. Woods back to Young. 2-ball up, and that's going to go! Count it! And Andrew Young will find themselves at the free throw line. DJ Franks charged with the second foul. And the freshman extraordinaire. With a deep breath and the shot up, the end one is good. And we're going to see the return of some seniors to the floor. As Concho Johnson, Christian Esparza, and Xavier Roman, a floor full of Lakeview Chiefs seniors. As the inbound pass from Garza is taken up by Lozano. And he'll bring it up Corey. He's looking to lose the ball, stolen up, and by Christian Esparza up the Corey goes. Trace Woods shot, and count that baskets! Trace Woods goes to the free throw line. And he'll be charged to number 3, Porter. That's his first. The team's third. And Trace Woods will go to the free throw line. Like I said, folks, a floor full of Chiefs seniors. Off the right hand, the shot is up, and that's good. Lozano brings the ball up court. Porter with the ball, puts a shot up. He lost it, and Frank's going to lose it, and it'll be rebounded officially by Concho Johnson. Nick Leyva brings the ball up court, swings it out to Roman. Roman to Johnson. Johnson across court to Leyva. Over to Woods. Pump fakes, works his way inside. 2-ball up. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me, Trace Woods? What a shot! A reversal layup for the senior. My goodness! And that's going to be Chiefs basketball, as Franks couldn't maintain possession. And now we're under a minute to go. As Nick Leyva brings it up the court, I would assume they're going to try to drain every second off this clock left. Gets it to Roman. Roman works his way inside, kicks it back to Woods. Woods back to the top to Roman, or excuse me, to Leyva. Leyva working against Lozano. Over to Esparza. Esparza almost lost the ball. He's going to recover it and get it to Woods. Excellent job there. Over to Leyva, or excuse me, to Roman. Now it gets over to Leyva. And he's going to go cross court to Concho Johnson. Johnson over to Woods. And like I said, the Chiefs are going to dribble this clock out. 15 seconds and counting. And what's been an extraordinary night on senior night, the Chiefs come back from down 11. And they will win this game 53-36. As they try to have a fun little extra point 3-ball. It does not matter. The Chiefs will defeat Big Spring and have locked their spot in the playoffs. Finishing with a third place finish in 4A Region 1 District 5. Well, they will go 6-6 in district play, finishing the regular season with a 24-12 record. And they will now wait to see who they will visit in the playoffs. Well, it's been an extraordinary game here. And I'm sure obviously one that Coach Blitzky really would enjoy. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're actually going to try to pull Coach Blitzky here for an interview. You're watching Chiefs basketball here at Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $38.44 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa. First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $38.44 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card.
Welcome back to Concho Sports Network for this presentation of Lakeview Chiefs basketball. The Chiefs winning 53-36 over Big Spring to end the regular season. Of course, Coach, big night, senior night. You have 8 seniors on this team, and 9 of them were presented in the pregame ceremony, of course, counting your student manager.
Sure.
So talk to me about those seniors as a whole and just the impact they have to your program.
You know, I told the parents in the hallway before we started, as I do every time, you know, when these guys come in their freshman year, we tell them, don't blink. Because when you blink, it's going to be over and it's gone, and you know, and you're moving on. But it's just the end of this chapter, and you know, they're going to go on and do great things. You know, we got a bunch of guys that are going to go on to the next level, whether it's football, whether it's you know, basketball, whether it's, you know, just earning that degree. Nobody's doing military this go around, but we've had quite a few do that from time to time. And, you know, but it's just turning the page to the next chapter. And you know, I've been watching these guys since they were little bitty in their rec ball, you know, going to their games. Braylon White, Trace Woods, you know, some of these other guys in the mix, and you know, getting to see them play since they were little bitty. So I knew we had things coming, and you know, they showed it all season long. I mean, if you take out Liberty and Estacado, we're undefeated. You know, we're
Pretty much.
District champions.
Yeah,
and take
for
those
sure.
two schools out. So, you know, heck of a job these guys. We talked about their chemistry before the season started. They've kept the chemistry all season long. You know, it was a kind of a funky rotation for senior. I had 4 different rotations. We worked every single one of them. And then finally that last one, the one that, you know, the second to last one got it done, got us caught up.
There you go.
Got us a bucket ahead, and then the last rotation finished it off. So, you know, I'm just proud of them for everything they do and who they are. You know, they're great kids. They got great parents. You know, this is my 10th year here, and you know, it's always special. So, you know, I hope that they can continue to carry it on and just kick butt in the 3rd season.
Very much so. And obviously, now let's get into the game. Obviously, a bit of a slow start. You know, a bit of a slow. Looks like both teams kind of ran a bit of a zone. Let the methodical defense really play, and it kind of cost you a little bit early on. You saw your team fall down by as much as 11 throughout the game.
Right.
So you're going to talk to me about that first half, and then we'll get to the second half momentarily.
The huge difference in that is you laid the great comparison there. We were both playing defensive zones and it was very methodical. But the difference was they hit their open threes. We didn't. We bummed those 2 or 3 layups at the beginning. I think if we make those, it's a whole different start to the game.
Right.
But that's kind of been our MO for years. If we don't make those layups early or those wide open threes early, we tend to, not necessarily wilt, but we tend to take a step backwards. And the good news is with this group, because a lot of them were back from last year, that group was great at pushing forward. They can take a punch in the mouth and still step forward and still step forward and keep coming. So I knew it was just a matter of time. Once we got their, those couple rotations in and they scored, they would be just fine. That's the thing. It doesn't matter which program, what level. If you score and you play defense, you're going to win. And these guys, when they score and they play defense, we freaking win.
And, I'm sure that's probably what you're about to talk to me about. In the second half, obviously came out, you mentioned that third rotation really got things going for you, and then the fourth one really closed it out. Really, what was that difference? Was that more of just like was that more just hitting your shots? Was that more schematically type of difference, or just?
No, they hit shots. That third rotation got in there and hit shots. They were open, they hit them. They were open, they hit them. That brought it to a tie. We got then Chris took it on the drive, and that put us up by 2. And then after that, there's no looking back after that.
Fantastic, Coach. And obviously, we saw a couple shots. I want to mention that Trace Woods reverse layup up there.
Yeah.
Has that always been his bag?
He's been waiting for, he's just been waiting for the opportunity to throw that in there. They do this stuff in practice, and I tell them, hey guys, just keep it fundamental, save the pretty for the NBA. And he was able to knock that in there, and I'm happy for him because I know he's been waiting. He's been wanting that. He's been wanting that one.
Seeing the emotions from this team, obviously you can tell this is the brotherhood.
Yeah.
You and I kind of talked about that on the previous Chiefs Insider. Just kind of give us a little bit of insight, just like this group as a whole. Like I said, 8 seniors on this team, and just obviously as a coach, knowing that. And maybe next year might be a little scary, but this year, the fact you have that much leadership in this program.
It's tied to that brotherhood concept. A lot of them, like I said, they've been playing since they were itty-bitty together. And then they've done some mixing and mingling over the last couple of seasons with spring ball and summer ball and things like that. And they just we talked about again that chemistry that they had. It doesn't matter. And we've been stressing that since the pre-district. It doesn't matter who's on the floor for us. You can all play basketball. Every single one of you can do at least 3 of the 5 major things we need done to be successful. And so it doesn't matter who's on the floor. You trust each other. You have great chemistry. The difference is when you're open, knock it down. That's it. Other than that, we're fine.
And then obviously finished 3rd in the district, which of course means some playoff basketball. Sure. What's next? What's on the Chiefs' schedule? What do we see got coming up?
Well, we've got Graham. I think Graham's finishing 4th in that district. But, really you just want to get 1 through 4th just to get him.
Yeah.
After that, it goes to big school, small school business. Yeah. And we finished number 1 seed in the big school. So we're going to play Graham at Clyde. February 24th is a Tuesday at 6:30 p.m.
Fantastic, Coach. Any last words? To talk about that matchup a little bit. You got any insights? You're going to wait for that film before you can really discuss it?
I've already had film. I've been watching. They're big. They're physical. I think we have more basketball personalities where they have a little bit more football personalities. They were going to play a matchup zone. So we got to move and we got to flash in there. We got to cut in there and find each other like we've been doing all year. And these guys are going to handle business on Tuesday night.
I'm sure, guys. Hey, congratulations on y'all's win, man. Fantastic job to each and every one of y'all. But that's going to do it here from the Ben. But my name is Chad Miller, and as always, take care of each other and yourselves. We appreciate y'all watching this presentation of Lakeview Chiefs basketball here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Have a great rest of your night.